Hey guys, it's me back again for the second part of my top 20 national selection favourites. If you didn't catch the first video, numbers 20 to 11, make sure you click that link to give the video a watch before you watch this. Hey, you want to watch them in order, right? But we're going to jump straight into numbers 10 down to 1. But make sure you subscribe to Eurovoxx channel, hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any of our videos. Give this video a like, and also let me know in the comments down below what your favourites were from the national selection season 2021. But let's not waste any time, guys. Let's jump straight into number 10.
A vida sem controle, a vida sem saber qual o destino. Eu pago-te fino, traz o teu amigo logo ver.
Now, I spoke last time about how much I love the 80s vibe in Eurovision season this year, and this was a prime example of that. Graciela's song was pure early 80s. The synth, the sound, the vocals, everything about it. Yes, the performance at Festival de Canção might have been a little shaky in places, but this was definitely one of my favourites. Like I said, it's authentic. It takes me back to a time that I can't remember because I was too young, but I love the music from that era, and I loved this. I think it was very, very classy. I think she's a great vocalist, and the studio version of this song is everything. Oh, back to Sanremo again, and Irama. Wow, what a song, what a performance. This was definitely one of my favourites from Sanremo this year. It was such a shame that he wasn't able to come out and do the performance that he'd been planning for. But I'm going off the rehearsal footage, which I think was amazing. The chorus in this song is everything. The synth sounds, we've got the 80s vibe in there, but it's very modern. I love him. I love his vocals. I love the effects that they put on his vocals for the performance. This song was everything for me. Really, really loved it, and had to be in my top 10.
Where'd you wanna go? You said I don't care at all, as long as I'm with you. Oh, hands gripping the wheel as you told me how you feel.
Now, I didn't pay too much attention to Pabandom Isnayo this year because I was sure as hell that the route weren't going to go through and weren't going to have any competition. But they did have competition, and it was from Gabratti, and I can see why. I love everything about this entry. I love the tones in his voice. I love the lyrics to the song, which actually feel very poetic to me and actually make me feel quite emotional. I also love the background train tracks that we had in and out of the song. I just thought everything was very classy. It was very well performed. It's got a very infectious melody, and a song that I can just sit back, close my eyes and listen to, and it takes me to another place. So this one had to make my top 10. Now, I was very happy when I heard that Innis was coming back to FIK this year, and wow, what a song to come back with. She can nail a ballad, we know that. She's got these amazing vocals, she's got these great set of lungs, she can belt out those high notes, but it's always done with class. Now, Pendes was a very, very emotional ballad. Again, I didn't understand the lyrics, but you can feel what she's singing when she's singing it. I was really surprised that this didn't do better at FIK. Would have loved to have seen this on the Eurovision stage, but it had to make my top 10 this year.
One touch is all I need. I take a dive into the deepest sea.
Now, some of you might be surprised by this choice because this didn't actually make it through from its semi-final, and it is One Touch by Kadiatou. And I have to say that I loved her performance at Melfest this year. Yes, the vocals weren't amazing, but everything worked for me. I loved her youthfulness. I loved the staging of the song. It was very modern. It was very current. She's a great vocalist. We know that from what she's done in the past, and this wasn't her year. However, this is one of the national final songs that I've been playing the most since it was performed. So it had to make my top 10 for that reason. Now, if we want 80s, we got it with Rahel and Hero this year. When I first watched the performance, the kind of taking me back to Flashdance and everything that I love about the 80s. The melody was catchy. Her performance, especially in the semi-final, was outstanding, and that shower scene was everything. Loved the look, loved the clothing, loved the staging. I wish they'd stuck with the staging from the semi-final in the final, but they didn't. I think that might have harmed her slightly. However, this is definitely one of my favourite songs from this year.
Now you're dancing in the stars above us, and I'm still here singing for you. And they tell me I'll be okay, but I don't know.
Oh. Now, if I've ever watched a song and it's made me so emotional that it actually brings me to tears, this was it. I think this whole song is stunning. Neve's voice is kind of very simple but very emotional. You can hear what he's singing through the lyrics, and they're very sad lyrics if you listen to them properly. It's all about kind of someone dying and dancing in the stars above. Very, very touching and emotional track. My favourite part of this track, however, is when he's not singing actually, and it's when the instrumentation comes in, that beautiful orchestra in the second part of the song, I think is absolutely stunning. This means a lot to me, this song, for personal reasons, and it had to make my top 10.
Give me an ocean of love. I am a mountain of hope. I buried a man in the sand and wash it away with water, wash it away with love.
So this one might be a surprise for you as well, guys, but it was one of my favourite performances from the whole national selection season. It was Toma and Oceans of Love. This performance was everything. He came out, he was confident, it had great choreography, he was moving around that stage, but it wasn't affecting his vocals. This would have been a great choice for Croatia if Albina hadn't come along later on with TikTok. But I think he should have been very proud of this performance. The song is catchy as hell, love everything about him, and would love to see him come back to Dora in the future, because I think he nailed it on stage, and I would love to see him get his chance at Eurovision.
Madrugada voltar para ti, eu nem quero acreditar. Os medos que levaste de mim voltam ao vê-lo tocar. Como nunca eu te senti, como é que ainda olhas para mim, sai? Não voltes mais, porque eu não vou ficar.
So we're near the top now, guys, and it's back to Festival de Canção, and it's another 80s inspired song. It's Pedro Goncalves with Não Vou Ficar. I have to say, I absolutely love this. I can't stop listening to this song, and I can't stop watching his semi-final performance at FTC. It's everything. The 80s jacket. You've got musicians there that are miming along on instruments that they obviously can't play. We've got a saxophone. Everything that I love. But it's the 80s vibe mixed with kind of some modern sounds. He did a great vocal performance, I think. Loved him. Loved the way he was moving around the stage. And like I said, this song is in my head. I wake up and I put it on and I have it on repeat. I freaking love this song. I would have loved to have seen this on the Eurovision stage, but it's one of my favourites this year and I'm going to stream the hell out of it in 2021.
Vill inte vara någon annan, jag behöver inte dig idag. Styrkan som finns i mig gör att jag kan bli fri från dig. Du fick mig att bli någon annan, jag behöver inte dig idag.
Now my number one even surprised me, but I was transfixed by her performance at Melfest. I don't understand the lyrics, but again, you can feel what she's singing about just through her performance. And what I loved about her performance, it was so non-Melfest. There was no gimmicks, there was no staging. It was just her singing this emotional song, and you can feel it when she's singing it. Just everything about this is beautiful, but the melody is everything to me. The way she changes her range throughout the song, I just thought the whole thing was stunning. And I'm really sad that we didn't get to see this on the Eurovision stage, because it would have meant so much to have seen a song in Swedish after such a long time. But this is definitely my favourite of national selection season this year, and I would love to know what you think of my top 10. So make sure you drop your comments down below and let us know. Otherwise, go to our Facebook page, give us a like there, tweet us on Twitter and find us on Instagram. And until next time, guys, see ya.